The Black community is more loving, more forgiving, more accepting than we have any right to expect them to be.
But Black people saved me. Their culture, their music, their resilience.
I'm talking about with my sister-in-law how white people do not move over for you.
If you're not Black and Black people invite you to the cookout, that means they think you're all right. And I've been invited to a cookout, and I'm pretty fired up about it.
Black people saved me. And it's not some tagline. I was born on the streets of South Korea. I begged for money every day, door to door. I got taken from my biological family, put in a home, adopted or sold to an American family that had really great intentions. Really great intentions, but they were ill prepared and the system was just messed up. And life didn't really become easier, it became tougher. But Black people saved me. Their culture, their music, their resilience. And one day, I hope everyone sees the beauty.
So this is probably going to be very controversial. I feel more safe in a space shared with Black men than I feel very unsafe in a space shared by white men. Now, before y'all get your panties in a wad and get all pissed off about this, when I am surrounded by a bunch of white men, I'm constantly looking around. I have no fear in a room full of Black men. The reason why: when I go to the movies, I don't worry that a Black man's gonna the movie theater. When I go to my church, I don't worry that a Black man's gonna the church. When I go to the mall, I don't worry that a Black man's gonna the mall. When I go to my children's school, I don't worry that a Black man's gonna the school. Black men will target one or two or three individuals. White men will go schools, movie theaters, churches, your grocery store. So before you say that you're worried about being surrounded by Black men, you better think about that.
Okay, I'm gonna say this because it's true, but I'm not saying it because I'm racist. I'm talking about with my sister-in-law how white people do not move over for you. I go to a PWI. I have stopped moving over for white people. I have bumped into so many white people. They take up the whole sidewalk. They walk in groups. When you're sitting down and you have like your leg crossed, they want you to move their leg. I have this girl in my comparative government class. I sit down with my leg crossed and she just stands there. And I'm like, I literally stopped moving for her. I stopped moving for her because you can't say excuse me. You can't form those words out of your mouth. You have no home training, none at all, and it pisses me off. But anyways, that's my rant for today. Have a lovely day, guys.
If you're not Black and Black people invite you to the cookout, that means they think you're all right. And I've been invited to a cookout, and I'm pretty fired up about it.
But some of that's the meat now. Okay. All right, now take the center and break it in half.
Don't try to break this crab with your fingers. I already cut myself.
Hey, he gonna kick it over there.
Say what you will, but this white guy is just going to celebrate that little victory. It makes me feel good that at least I'm not someone that they see as giving them more things to worry about.
It's going to be a little controversial, but I'm going to say it anyway. I feel more comfortable around Black people. Being the only white person in this entire place. My little family is the only white people. And I feel more comfortable than I would in a festival with more white people, majority of white people. Sit here in the middle of this group eating a delicious food. Everyone's so kind. You don't have to worry about judgment. I can put some baked beans on the baby's tray without people staring at me like I'm just a dirty bitch. Because people, I don't know how to say this without it being fucking twisted. Black people do not judge you like white people do. I felt welcome the entire time I was here. I mean this in the most respectful way towards black people, because I don't want this to be twisted at all. We had the Juneteenth Festival, Martin Luther King Park, Rochester, New York. I feel so comfortable and welcome. We just came from the Market Fest in College Town in Rochester. I felt judged as fuck. Baby wanted to run around. He didn't have shoes on. He only had socks on. People were staring. Here, we're just comfortable. We're just enjoying our time. Oh, you're good. You're good. Oh, yeah.
I made a video the other day that kind of blew up about gingers being black, and the outpour of love from black people is amazing. I made a video the other day about some politic thing, just a little light work, and I got so much hate from white people. Like, it is absurd. It's completely opposite, and everyone tries to act like black people are so mean. They're the nicest people. It's literally the white people. So we hope you really do mess with gingers, because we are here to stay and we love it. Also, on a side note, I just dropped my daughter off at school, so if you can't love me at drop off, you don't deserve me at pick up. And if you're a mom, you get that for sure.
I'm going to cry again. Y'all are going to make fun of me again, but go ahead, because there are some things that are worthy of tears. And I have been learning over the past few months that the black community is more loving, more forgiving, more accepting than we have any right to expect them to be. And it's overwhelmed me in a good way. So a couple of months ago, I posted a video because I had been thinking about, why is it that throughout centuries on continents all over the place that black people have been targeted for such horrific treatment and such oppression? Why this group? And the more I thought about it, I'm like, there's something special. They have to, there's something special. Do you have some magic or some power? And I posted that as a question. In the comments, I learned the answer in the comments, but not in the way you think. Now, there were people who gave me good information about, historical concepts and things like that, and I'm still learning about that. But what I mean is, in the way they responded to my comments, I can see that there is something special, and that is just by genuinely asking a question. Because I want to stop it. I want the world to be different. I don't want this to happen again, and people keep being treated like that. The vast majority of the black people who commented on my video were so like, we love you, sis. Here's what you need to know. Or, just for asking the question, we love you and we accept you. And I'm like, I got mad at somebody at the HEB for cutting in front of the line of me, and you can forgive, a whole race of people when we come to you and say we're sorry and we want to learn. That level of love and acceptance and forgiveness is really jaw-dropping to me, and that shows me a bit of what I was asking. Yes, there are other gifts and talents and historically things that that set the black race apart. But I saw in my comments how kind, how loving, I mean, almost to a degree that I can't even fathom. And I go back and read those comments a lot. And I want to just thank everybody who took the time to speak to me. A couple of you were like, why are you so nervous in this video? I was nervous. Because these are conversations that I want to have, but I'm not sure I know how to start them or have them without being offensive, because I know there are all kinds of things. I am just learning the roots of certain words that I say, that I grew up saying, that I had no idea were racist. And so I'm a little bit terrified, because I want to learn. I want you guys to adopt me. It's what I want, but I want to learn, and I'm afraid that I don't even have the right words to start the learning. But, and some of that in my video was sadness and shame that I knew racism was real. I mean, I've worked in the criminal justice system and I have seen it firsthand. But I missed so much until I started raising biracial children. And I'm ashamed that it took it being personal to me before I realized how deep the racism ran. So to all of you who took the time to comment, and those of you who have been so kind, and to the few of you that said, we don't trust you and we're not giving you our secrets, I respect you too. I wouldn't trust me if I were you. That's why the majority of people who are so free to say, come on in, sis, we got you. It has meant more to me than I can say. Thank you. Go love your neighbor.
Many people don't want to acknowledge that the black community are the chosen people, because let's get deep into this, because in reality, they have the knowledge that most people don't have. Like, the only reason why people know how to farm is because of the black community. The only reason why we have the music that we have today is because of the black community. There wouldn't be no rock or metal if it wasn't for blues and jazz. There wouldn't be pop music if it wasn't for disco. There's a lot of things that they created that white people never did. White people really don't have that deep of knowledge. It's either stolen ideas or they're bought. Let's be real. What did white people really invent? You could say Tesla from Elon Musk, but he didn't make that. It was a stolen idea. If you go read what he did, he literally stole the whole business. You could say Trump, but what did Trump do? Stolen ideas, copied somebody else's ideas, just like his speeches. It's like a lot of white people just copy people. I mean, look at the dances on here. Who created those dances? The black community. And that's why this app's so boring right now, because it's not because all this stuff that's going on and the negativity. The black community literally just took their energy away. That's why this app was positive, because a lot of the white people were copying their dance move, copying this, copying that, and they stopped doing it, stopped posting on here, because none of you will give them the credit or the acknowledgement that they created that dance move or that idea. Before this land was taken, white people had no clue what the fuck to do. They were taught their language, they were taught how to farm, they were taught how to season their food that they still don't know how to do. That's another thing, seasoning. All their favorite foods, barbecuing. You love the barbecue, right? That was the black community's idea. This is why they are chosen. They have the knowledge that most people don't have. Here's a possibility there is white people who are chosen, because let's face the facts. What happened during the Roman times and the slavery and all this other stuff, the black women were getting raped. So they were having their children, so there might be a bigger chance than we think that a lot of white people might have possibly a little black in them. That's why white people are jealous of them, because they know they have no creative ideas. They don't know how to cook, some of them. They don't know how to do much anything. They have to copy and paste everything the black community does because they have no ideals of their own, or they're jealous of their looks, jealous of their ding-dongs, whatever. Because their light is shining more than white people's. And honestly, the Bible says there's antichrists everywhere. The Antichrist, blah, blah, blah. But white people are the Antichrist. You have no Christ consciousness whatsoever. If anything, you try to erase Christ consciousness. I mean, look at all of you right now in this day and age. But yeah, none of you has Christ consciousness. Most white people are full of hate. And a lot of black people are full of love. How do I know this? Because the black community treated me better than my own race. Let's just face the facts right there. The black community has treated me better than the white people. Back to the Antichrist though. You have Jim Jones. You have Trump. You have a bunch of white people always saying they're trying to save the world. And they always don't. Those are Antichrist. Always white people doing it. But yeah, most of our knowledge that we know today, the music we have today, the foods we have today, is all from the black community's ideas, which is Christ consciousness, and God gave that knowledge for a reason.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Furaha. If you're watching me for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by and sharing this moment with us, watching this video to this point. And I know that you have enjoyed whatever you have been watching and you have thoughts. Most importantly, you have your thoughts about this. I would like to know what you think about the videos that you have watched. I would like to know what you think about this. Is this something that has happened to you? Have you ever encountered something like this or close to this? And what was the experience like? Would you like to share that with us? Now guys, on today's video we were discussing black people and how they treat white people. Now this is essentially coming about as a result of racism, that white people always expect black people to be racist towards them simply because of the things that they have done to black people in the past. Now, what they do not know is the fact that black people do not actually have a problem with anyone. Black people do not have a problem with Asians. They do not have a problem with Latinos. They do not have a problem with white people. They do not have a problem with, black people from Africa, for example. The only thing that black people are usually asking for, the black community, they're usually asking for equality, equity. They're asking for respect, and they're not asking for respect that they do not give. They ask for respect, the kind that they give to other people. Now, black people for a very long time have not been treated like the humans that they are. They have been treated in such a manner that they are discriminated upon. They have been treated in such a manner that they are less than everyone else. And that is really upsetting for them, because that is not some experience that anyone wants to feel. Yeah, be you white, be you Latino, be you Asian. These are not the kind of experiences that you want to have. Now, black people have gone through all that, and the last thing they want to do is to make another person feel the kind of pain that they have felt. They do not want people to have the kind of trauma that they have passed down through generations and generations to come. There's a lot of trauma that is with black people, and especially when we're talking about racism. Now, black people will do anything, absolutely anything, to make sure that the people that are around them are happy and content and comfortable. Now, if you have read a bit of psychology, you definitely know that this is a result of them always being in spaces where they have to be scared about their lives, they have to be scared about their safety, they have to be scared about who is watching them, they have to be scared about what will happen to them. They cannot be able to trust the person next to them, and especially if that person is a white person. Now, unlike white people, black people have suffered that in the past, and they do not want to ever make someone feel the same way that they have felt. They do not want passing that kind of horrible trauma to anyone's child, you know. And when you have gone through something and you know the kind of pain that it is to experience that, then you're definitely becoming a better human being. You're able to give to other people what you hoped and wished that someone would give you. Now, in that case, that is white people. Of course, I am not ignoring the fact that there are white people that have been nice to black people. They have defended black people. They have fought for black people. They have fought for the rights of black people. They are those kind of white people that we really appreciate, and we really, you know, acknowledge the fact that it's not easy. In fact, it is one of the biggest things that I appreciate about some of the white people. It is not easy for you who is comfortable, for you that is happy with the environment that you have. You know, everything is working out for you. Everything is cool for you. You do not have to go out there and start fighting for people that you don't know, you're not related to, and you know, basically you're not going to get anything from fighting for black people, especially when you're a white person. You know, like for example, when you're talking about Jen Elliott, when you're talking about Tim Weiss, when you're talking about Bolson, you know, we are not talking about people that are gaining anything really by fighting for black people. But these people have dedicated their lives, they have dedicated their everything to talk about the fight against racism, to make sure that they leave this world a better place than they found it, because they know for a fact that, you know, the research that they have done, the encounters that they have seen, and the things that they have seen happening in the world around black people, they know for a fact that these people have been disadvantaged. It is not that black people are not excellent. It is not that black people are incapable of success. It is not that black people, when given opportunities, they will play around, you know, like if they're given an opportunity at work, they will not do their best. It is not about that. It is simply because they have not been given a genuine open space for them to feel comfortable. They have not been given equal opportunities as other white people so that they can fight a fair ground, yeah? And for that reason, they end up not achieving as much as white people. They end up not being very successful, some of them, and they end up, you know, having a lot of problems here and there. When you're talking about stuff like violence, when you're talking about stuff like insecurity, it is because these people have not been given the same opportunities as white people. And now, if we're talking, for example, about a situation where a white person has gone to school, they have been educated, and it's easy for them to find a job, and it's easy for them to maintain that job, and it's easy for them to earn a little bit of like good salary or wages from that job, then that puts them in a good space where they do not have to find other means of satisfying, you know, their needs. For example, you need shelter, you need clothing, you need food. You know, they do not have to do that. But for black people, it doesn't matter the plan that you have. You could go to school, which for most time we know that it's a struggle because black families are not well off, most of them. Now it's a struggle because your parents have to pay the school fees, which is troublesome, and the government will help you, but there's just a bit of things that happen over there. And then when you finish college education and now you're seeking employment, it's also not easy for you to get the employment. It is a struggle for you to get being employed in a place, especially when the bosses are white people. They do not look at you the same way they look at white graduates. They think that you're probably less, that you're probably not very deserving. You know, they look at you from some lens that you do not really want to even have a discussion about. Now you are disadvantaged because the system has already omitted you. The system has already made sure that you are not the priority. The system has made sure that you are, the odds are really against you. And for any black person to beat those odds and become successful, for example, the black excellence that we keep discussing over here and celebrating, it is not easy. You do not compare that with white excellence, because this is someone that is excellent because they have been given all the opportunities, all the chances, all the benefit of doubt for them to be where they are. But for black people, it's about beating all odds, you know. We're not talking about small odds, we're talking about life-threatening odds, yeah? And for them to beat that, it's quite commendable. And when they celebrate black excellence, please allow them, yeah? So guys, if you're watching me for the first time, my name is Furaha. Thank you so much for stopping by and sharing this moment with us. I'm kindly requesting that you subscribe to my channel, be part of this amazing family, so that you can be joining us every other time that we have a discussion and a beautiful video to discuss. Please subscribe to the channel. Now, for returning subscribers, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you and your presence over here every now and then. You're always supporting me, always encouraging me, you know, always making me feel the need to make another video and another. So guys, I really appreciate you. Please remember to share this video, like it, so that it gets to as many people as possible. You can also give this video a super thanks, give it a thumbs up if you like it. And guys, I hope that you're keeping safe from wherever you're watching me from. I am kindly requesting to exit. I will see you on my next video. Bye for now.